Now to the city council races. In the at-large seat, James Oppenheimer winning with 61% of the vote. In the Central District, Okuwe winning that seat with 54% of the vote. And in the Southeast District, Pankonin winning with 54%. Of course, make sure to stick with Dakota News Now on air and online as we continue with those results.